Hello everyone. So today we are going to start again some current affairs based question. First question is internationally. First question is the internationally transferred mitigation outcomes. What it is in news? A mechanism under the Paris Agreement allowing the country to trade emission reduction. It is for the emission reduction and to credit the contribute towards the nationally determined and contribution. So this is all about the internationally transferred mitigation outcome has been highlighted the COP discussion of the Paris Agreement and international like it ITMO that was defined international transfer mitigation outcomes. ITMO that was Article 6.2 Paris Agreement and outcomes between the countries contributing to the climate commitments or nationally determined contribution. It also known nationally determined and contribution establish the bilateral multilateral market structural transparent manner and promoting overall global emission mitigation. With reference to inflation, consider the following. So core inflation calculated by the excluding the food and energy. So that is true. Core inflation is calculating to excluding the food and energy. The Reserve Bank of India is consultation with the Government of India determine the inflation target in terms of consumer price every 5 years. That is not true. Global disruption in supply chain have had no impact on domestic inflation. So supply chain has no impact. That is not true. Okay, so what the answer is 10.9% spike in food price. India's retail inflation was a 6.2%. Retail is 6.2%, but food inflation that is 10.9%. Core inflation is indeed the calculated by excluding the volatile item food and energy. Section 45 ZA RBI require the central government shall be consulted with the Reserve Bank of India determining the inflation targeting terms of CPI. That was in 5 years. That is in CPI. Okay, and it in this there is given the determining the inflation target of consumer price index consultation with the Government of India determining the inflation target every 5 years. And here is given the section 45 ZA RBI Act requires that central government shall be consulted with RBI. So determine the inflation target in terms of consumer price index once in every 5 years. What it is given here? It is given the once in every 5 years and RBI is in consultation with Government of India. That is not true. It is a act. RBI Act. Okay, so that is wrong. Actually, global supply chain disruption, especially edible oil, is a recently significant impacted the food inflation. It also impact the food inflation. Okay, and since India has import huge quantities of edible oil from the Southeast Asia, we are importing from the Southeast and Asia most of the food. Okay, now what the next? Which of the following duty performed by the Central Reserve Force? So 1, 2, 4 and 5 is there. 1, 2, 4 and 5. Riot control protection of the VIP counter the militancy insurgency operation dealing with left wing but conducting financial assessment of the conflict zone that is not done by the CRPF. Okay, so CRPF Central Reserve Police Force that was the premier central armed police force in India and comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs for the internal security. Crowd riot, militancy dealing with left wing VIP, flora and foreign fighting with the during the wartime participation, relief operation conducting the financial assessment for the mandate. Now next question is related to consider the following statement regarding the International Road Federation. The International Road Federation is headquartered Geneva, Switzerland. It is not true. It is global non-governmental organization and the safer and the more sustainable road networks. So this International Road Federation was PM expressing the concern and global non-governmental organization promote the development better, safer and more sustainable roads and that was founded in 1948 and headquartered it is in Washington DC, not in Geneva. So that was in the Washington DC and not in the Geneva, and it seeks to promote the social economical benefits of sustainable environment, road transport infra for the society. So that was about the road organization. Next is what is digital euro. The digital euro will be limited to settling bill of exchange in the interbank transaction. That is not true. It aims to be an alternative to existing cash and digital payment, enhancing the financial inclusion. That is true. So digital euro, and that is for the financial inclusion and the digital payment, but that is not for the interbank transaction. That is, we are not using it in this. Okay, so the European bank is developing digital euro, that is cashless payment alternatives, and that was EU Commission clarify that digital euro will be the open to all citizen, one limited to the settling bill exchange and interbank transaction. It can be used for the smartphone, computers. Digital euro is modernizing, ensuring the financial independence. Next is the with reference to the Middle East Europe economical corridor. This will be the G20 summit New Delhi, that was partnership of global infra investment, aims to only rail routes to connect India with the Middle East. The project aims to reduce the greenhouse gas emission by integrating sustainable energy infrastructure. Okay, so this aims to use only rail routes. Only word is very contradictory. So only rail routes are not true, but it is signed the G20 summit New Delhi, that was in India Middle East Europe economical corridor. It was signed in G20, and the project aimed to reduce the greenhouse gases emission integrating sustainable energy. Name is the India Middle East Europe economical corridor. Okay, so this is a corridor partnership with the global infra investment. G20 summit corridor does not rely only rail, but it can be rail, sea, and connectivity. Project emphasize sustainability, reduce the greenhouse gas, multimodal connectivity including rail, maritime, and efficiency. Sustainability will be focused area. With reference to the recent global carbon emission trend, climate target consider. In the 2023 China, the United States, India, and the EU was together contribute to more than half of the global fossil fuel. So it is saying that China and the EU, they are contributing more than half, like 50 se bhi zyada, and India's per capita fossil emission are significantly lower than that of the China and United States. So to the global, this is also true. This is also true. Global carbon budget report estimate world 90% chances are staying within the carbon budget to keep warming below 1.5 degrees Celsius. So that is actually not true. So global carbon budget outline the CO2 emission and the highlight the disparity. China and USA, that was India's EU together, announced the 59% of the global fossil emission. India's per capita CO2 emission are indeed lower compared to the China, and per capita emission a measure of average carbon emission per person, which is important metric in comparing. So the global per capita fossil CO2 emission was 1.3 ton of the carbon. They were 3.9 in this, and now global carbon budget report, that was also provided us, and that was 50% actually, not 95%. Okay, now next, consider the following statement regarding the RBI recent framework for reclassification of FPI and FDI. According to RBI, FPI must be obtained cognizance of investee company before seeking government approval for the reclassification of FDI. So that is true actually. It will be a concurrence from the investee company. FPI have unrestricted right to increase their equity holding without adhering to the sectoral caps. That is not true. It is not unrestricted right to increase the equity holding. So foreign portfolio investment might get a for government and the investee company approval of the reclassify the holding of foreign direct investment if limits are breached. The objective to ensure transparency, regulatory compliance, and investment must be adhered to sectoral caps and investment limits and pricing guidelines. FPI should clearly state the intent for reclassification, meet condition like transferring holding to the investee company custodian. So there should be a reclassification, and there should be a clarity like transferring holding to the investee company and custodian. Okay, this is the consider the following statement. The State of Climate 2024 report is released by the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. The State of Chinese report, a climate report, that was released by the United Nations Convention report. That is not true. But the global average temperature from January showed a significant increased outcome of pre-industrial level. So that was shown the increased outcome, but report is released by the UNFCCC. That is, I think, in So it WMO, World Meteorological Organization, which is releasing the report. That report is the climate report. Okay, so climate report name is climate, like it is related to weathering. So World Meteorological Organization and COP29. COP29 was in 2024. So it report published the World Meteorological not by the UFCCC, and the global temperature increase 1.5 per rise pre-industrial level. Now next is the indirect tax are ultimately borne by the consumer, and they are collected directly by the government from individual and corporation. So in that they are collected directly by the government. So that is not true actually. Indirect tax are ultimately borne by the consumer. That is actually true. So see, net direct tax are we have the net direct tax, that is 15.41%. Okay, and the indirect tax are borne by the consumer. That is true. So indirect tax, that will be the consumer will borne this. Okay, that is true actually. And the indirect taxes are not collected directly by the government. They are collected by the government. They are collected by the intermediaries such as the retail stores, and who then remit them to the government. So retail store will remit to the government. They will remit to the government, and that indirect taxes are borne by the consumer, and they are the borne by the consumer. Okay, now next, which organization hosted the South Asian Telecommunication Regulation Council event? That was Telecom Authority of the India, TRAI. Okay, so TRAI was there. So the India has hosted a multilateral telecom event organized the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, with participation from South Asian nations including Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Pakistan, Maldives, Nepal, Iran. It is virtually. So try that is participation from these countries, and that was multilateral telecom events. And Afghanistan was notably represented by the Taliban controlled government, and that was Bharat Shah Aga Nadeem, the chairman of the Afghanistan Telecom Authority. ट्राई इज का जो है अनिल कुमार लाहौटी, एंड ही वॉज टेलीकम्युनिकेशन रेगुलेशंस अपकमिंग ईयर. एंड नाउ रीजनल cooperation, that was regional cooperation की which is official staging, cyber security, spectrum management and smart city. Okay, now Pakistan representative are Khawara Siddiqui, telecommunication issue. Bhutan telecom challenges is also there. And now Maldives is significantly progressed by the first country in region. SpaceX Starlink internet. So Starlink internet, that was by the Maldives. That was by the Maldives. According to the report, they said to be the hottest year of the record with the temperature of this. So climate change committee will set the hottest year of the record. Okay, so this is not the global climate report. This is not the World Meteorological Organization. This is not the Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Change. This is the climate change committee report. Committee will decide what is the world hottest recorded year. So it is 1.5 degree of the pre-industrial level. Hottest that was October, second hottest October ever, and 15 month. And now Copernicus Climate Change Service is also confirmed that will surpass the 1.5 degree increase the climate milestone under the Paris Climate Agreement. That was under the Paris climate agreement. And global temperature over the past year was 1.5 degree warmer than that of temperature anomalies would be need to drop to almost, it should be drop almost. So global response to emission remain critical in addressing the ongoing climate challenges. Extreme weather events are also there. Flash flooding in Spain, Hurricane Milton that was hit the Florida. And global temperature in the past year 1.56 degree temperature. Now who is the following recommend the post managing director of North Eastern Handicraft Handloom Development Limited? That was Mara Kocho. Mara Kocho is a head of that. So Mara Kocho is the recommended by the Public Enterprises Board Managing Director of the Northeast Handicraft Handloom Development. He was currently surviving Chief Engineer of Bharat Sanchar Nigam BSNL, and now Kocho was selected from the list of 2 candidates. And Kocho will be lead to cooperation, oversee the accountable for the board director and the government. Now that was important things. Now who is the released book titled Ma Mother in New Delhi? That is Union Minister of the Arjun Ram Meghwal. So this Arjun Ram Meghwal Ram Meghwal, and he just union minister, and he was released the Ma Mother. That was the book, Ma and Mother. Okay, so Mr. Arjun Meghwal, that was released the book Ma Mother. It was the event of attend the Kerala government Arif Khan, and the book is written by Dr. Devendra Kumar Dodawat, additional secretary of Kerala. The book features illustration of motherhood, and it's highlight the untold love affection of mother. Okay, now next one is who won the Chennai Grandmaster title for the GM Levon Aronian in the final. That was the GM Arvind Chithambaram. Arvind and Chithambaram and Chithambaram. Arvind and Chithambaram. Okay, so that was after the thrilling final against the Levon. It is the these three-way ties and first bilge playoff, and that was Sport Development Authority of the Tamil Nadu Master Challenges. So see, top grandmasters there. First is Vishwanath Anand, that was from Tamil Nadu, and first ever fight world champion, greatest chess player globally. Anand has inspired million of the people. Arjun Erigasai, that was from the Telangana, and it was 12-year-old and currently India's highest rated player and ranked top 30 in the world. And Praganda R, that was Tamil Nadu, and he was 12 year and has defeated top player in the Magnus Carlus Vishwanathan Anand by the 16 age. Vidit Gujarati, that was Maharashtra, current national champion of the three national known his, and Pragathana and Vidit Gujarati, that was play exceptional technique. Gukesh from Tamil Nadu, second youngest and known as aggressive and precise style. Penchala Hari Krishna, that was Andhra Pradesh, highest rating. Koneru Hampi, Andhra Pradesh, and Surya Shekhar Krishna Sashikaran, that was also attacking style and intuitive sacrifices. Surya Shekhar and Parimarjan Negi. Negi is from the Delhi and national champion for the notable positional master. Which among the following appointed its first anti-slavery commissioner? That was Australia. So Australia is appointed a anti-slavery. That was Australia is the first of the slavery commissioner, and Chris Evans, a former senator of the human rights for with the 5 year starting. Attorney General of the Mark Dreyfus highlighted the modern slavery robs victim dignity, rights, and the freedom. And the new role was the poster first for the across the government, and that was the Global Slavery Index, that was modern, and that was New South Wales Commissioner for the Anti-Slavery. Now next was Global Slavery Index was also released there. Okay, now next, who is the following sworn the Prime Minister Haiti? That was the Alex Didier Filsame. Alex Didier Filsame. So Alex Didier Filsame as a Prime Minister of the Haiti. Okay, Prime Minister of the Haiti. So Alex is the Prime Minister of Haiti, and Haiti is the humanitarian security crisis is there. So rising gang violence, people were killed, injured, and that was a predecessor. Gary Conil was the dismissed by the Transitional Presidential Council. Now next one, humanitarian security crisis was there. That's why now presently aims the predecessor. Now Caribbean nation political stability and election process amid the current crisis was there. So that all situations was in Haiti. That's why the currently there was a Alex Didier Film that was become a sworn a prime minister of the Haiti. Now who is the following is Satyajit Ray lifetime achievement award. That was a Philip Noyce. Philip Noyce is a so this award was open for the Asia Premier Better Man and semi-autobiographical film. Pop singer of the Robbie Williams directed by the Michelle Gracie. Okay, so Australian filmmaker Philip Noyce will be received the Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award. 55 Film Festival that was in Goa, and feature was 180 films in 81 countries and curtained the Racer press conference. National Media Center with notable attendee like Al Murugan, Union Minister of Information Broadcasting Sanjay Jaju, Secretary. They will be in that. And to the Cannes, Murugan compared the Cannes Film Festival. It compared with the dance festival and roadshow for promoting the festivals in the Mumbai, Chennai, and all that area. Okay, so Philip Noyce is a renowned film like Salt. What films are there? Salt, Patriot Game, and The Bone of Collector. Bone of Collector and Patriotic Games and The Salt. Okay, now in which of the following did Chief Minister launch the state first double-decker electrical bus? That was the Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so this bus Yogi Adityanath launched the UP double-decker bus, and that was bus is reduce the traffic congestion, promote the environment conservation, 50% discount on the ticket for the women, and the Hinduja group settling up the electrical vehicle. Now next one is who recently is a brand ambassador of the Thailand tourism. So that was Sonu and Sood. सोनू मिस्टर सोनू सूद थाईलैंड में जाएंगे ये तो okay so Sonu Sood was appointed the brand ambassador of the Thailand tourism. Sood expressed the excitement about the role, emphasizing the connection with Thailand, highlighting this landscape and rich cultural heritage. Ministry of Tourism and Sport officially resigned to the honorary tourism advisor. India is the one of the Thailand's key source of the market. Sood appealed to attract the more Indian travelers and choice for the tourism, beaches, cultural heritage, and the cuisine. So visa-free entry policy is also in that. Boost the tourism for visa-free entry policy for Indian traveler indefinitely. 60 days stay with an option for the 30-day extension and boost the tourism. So there was a surge of the Indian tourists. 16 million arrivals are there in the January and between which Central Armed Police Force has approved the formation of the first all-women battalion, that was CISF. CISF was thought about the first all-women battalion in November. So there was a Mahila battalion will handle the critical infra and including the airport, metro, and the VIP protection. Formation empower the women, enhance the infra, and that will be the service and the loyalty. That was Rajvinder Singh Bhatti. It was the Director General of CISF. So now presently CISF was this Indian Industrial Security Force, paramilitary force, primarily security to industrial level. Central Reserve Police Force has been an instrument to the security of this VIP protection. Central Reserve Police Force, largest paramilitary force, internal security and the law enforcement for the counter the insurgency operation, maintaining law and order. Okay, BSF is also the responsible for the securing the border. Pakistan and Bangladesh play crucial role maintaining the border security and the preventing the illegal activities, smuggling and the infiltration. Now, ASET Niti Aayog in the collaboration with the Ministry of Power and the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy to assist state in accelerating their green transition and formulate the energy transition blueprint. So that was the ASET is a platform was the launch to help the state in India for the green transition. The platform is aimed to the formulate a state energy transition blueprint, aiding the implementation, and that was project showcase. Asset platform aimed to accelerating the green energy and state formulating implementing energy transitional plan. Platform will focus on emerging technologies such as the green hydrogen and e-mobility, battery energy, and offshore wind. So it will also be showcase the best practice from the creating pipeline and the investable projects. So asset platform launched to help the state for the India's accelerate the green transition efforts and formulating state energy transition blueprint, aiding the implementation, and that all. Now, Niti Aayog is the India premier policy think tank focused on the various government initiatives and its role is supporting green transition, critical formulation and sustainable. Asset is accelerating sustainable solution for energy transition. So, Asset was a platform designed to accelerate the India transitional green energy tools and play a key role fostering the innovation in renewable energy. PM Kusum is also a very important. PM Kusum. So this one is Urja Suraksha Evam Utthan Mahabhiyan, promote the use of solar energy for the rural area. Solar energy for the rural areas. Okay, this is for that. Now next one is where is the integrated manufacturing cluster is Bihar under the Amritsar Kolkata and corridor, that was in Gaya. So Amritsar and Kolkata corridor, that was in the Gaya. So this was the Gaya is covered the projected 16 and 5 to 4 crore It was expected to create approximately 10 and 185 jobs, contribute economical development, include the sectors building material, agri-food processing, and Gaya's strategic location offer the excellent connectivity for Gaya junctions. Okay, now next one is it will promote the Make in India, and this corridor in the manufacturing capacity and critical infra for the Bihar West Bengal manufacturing hub will provide employment opportunity. Also, now which type of the vehicle is suitable for the long range land attack cruise missile, that was mobile articulated launchers. So long range attack cruise missiles launched the mobile articulated launchers and maiden flight test for the coast of Odisha. It is designed to launch for the articulated launcher as a frontline ship using the vertical launch module. Successfully demonstrated the missile capability desired waypoint, and missile was tested under the radar and electro-optical tactical system. Now, what is next about the what is the purpose of the Wing startup launched by the ID First Bank Bengaluru to provide resource and the mentorship to early stage startup? That is the Wings startup and long launched the IDFC First Bank in the Bengaluru. So that is Wings are the Bengaluru to support the early stage startup by providing resources, mentorship, and meeting the rooms knowledge session, and facilitating the startup for investors and zero fee startup account, that is credit card startup to streamline their financial operations. Okay, so First Bank is the headquarter in the Mumbai, known the providing financial service focus on innovation, customer satisfaction, and now is a special account was early stage startup offering the like zero account maintenance, easy access to the capital and financial services. Program designed to provide guidance, mentoring, and resource to startup and overcome the challenges. Now, next is what is the Sakshi Malik recently unveiled the memoir that explored her life as an athlete, that is Witness. So, Sakshi Malik is the title Witness, co-authored with a sport journalist, and the memoir is Witness is a candid reflection of Sakshi Malik's life as an athlete and woman in the sport. So, that was the Sakshi Malik recently unveiled the memoir that explored the life as an athlete, that was Witness. Now, next is Sakshi Malik was the first Indian woman to win the Olympic medal in the wrestling in 2016, that was bronze medal Rio Games, champion in the 2022 Commonwealth Games, and won a gold medal also. And Witness is memoir by the Sakshi detailing the wrestling journey and struggle and emotional turmoils of the victorian. Book provide the insight into the mental physical challenges of athlete. So that is about where the investors meet investment opportunity in the fishery and aquaculture sector held, that was Swaraj Dweep. Swaraj Dweep was in Andaman and Nicobar Island. So investor meets was also focusing the Andaman and Nicobar Island. It is event took 14 November and the Taj Exotica Swaraj Deep Andaman Nicobar. That is the Sri Rajiv Ranjan Singh occasion of the 60 investors specialized for tuna and the seaweed related technology focused on the opportunity in the fishery aquaculture, aiming the investment and the public private partnership PPP, and that was for development of the tuna cluster. Okay, and this location of Bay of Bengal, this island rich in the marine resources, and that was exclusive economical zone, and that was the support the sustainable fishing. And now this Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sabna aim to promote the sustainable growth of the fisheries investment and focus on developing infra and the tuna fishing and the processing export enhance the global competitiveness. So now what is the purpose of P7 parachute system and DRDO to Director General of Quality Assurance, that was to safety drop payload for the aircraft. Safely drop payloads from the aircraft. Safely drop the payload from the aircraft, and that was the P7 parachute system designed for the payloads and designed and developed by DRDO Aerial Delivery Research and Development Establishment, Agra. The two safety drop the payloads of 9.5 ton aircraft. So that was P7 parachute system to drop the heavy payloads. IL-76 aircraft heavy transport used by the Indian Air Force. General Staff evaluation purpose review the process of Indian Army, assess the effectiveness of the military. Peace and pressure system successfully passes this evaluation readiness for operational use. What is the main focus of development project inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi? Bihar health infra and the connectivity sector. So PM Narendra Modi laid the foundation of development projects of 12,000 crore. Projects established of the aim Darbhanga to enhance the healthcare. New roads are the project including national highway, railway and boosting connectivity and city gas distribution energy projects. Vision of the part of the overall development and Ayushman Bharat 4 crore patient treated for the Ayushman Bharat 1.25 lakh crore families was provided free treatment for 70 years above the 70 years irrespective of the family income. AIMS Darbhanga, that was a region Mithila, Tirut, West Bengal, Nepal. AIMS Darbhanga expected to offer the employment and national highways and railway bridge for the lives to improve the regional connectivity for the healthcare, jobs and education. Now, what is the novel for which Samantha Harvey won the Booker Prize? That was the Orbital. So, Orbital was a novel, and this Orbital novel, the Samantha Harvey, and she won the Booker Prize. Samantha Harvey won the Booker Prize for this novel. So Samantha Harvey was given a novel for the title The Orbital. The novel was aboard International Space Station and they depict the single day of space station, and that was for the space related journey. And this novel was for the space related and journey. Okay, this was for the space related journey. Now next one is Booker Prize was in 19 it was came in 1969, and that was the most prestigious literary award for the English speaking words. It is for the English speaking words. It is for the English speaking words. Okay, so that was also important. And the British writer known for the exploration of human experiences, and novel was written during the lockdown when the Harvey was at home, inspired experience of being confined much like the astronauts aboard the space station. Who is the following won the ICC Men's Women Player Month? Normal Ali and the Melikere women. So these nominally players, and that they are women player for the month. They are ICC Men's Player of the Month award. Excellent performance against the England in the 3-match Test series. So this New Zealand all-rounder Melly Kerr claimed the ICC Women Player for the month. Brilliant performance in T20 World Cup and the tour. Now next one is Suma Shiur, former coach of the Indian shooting team, was awarded Coach of the Year. So Suma Shishur was the Coach of the Year. She is also a female and at the Indian Sports Honor 2020. Suma Shishur played a role in the guiding shooting teams and Paris Olympic and Paralympic, which is a Olympic medal won under the mentorship. Where will be the world first high altitude para sports center? That is in Leh and Ladakh, and in this area is the world first high altitude para sports center. This is para sport and center, and this center is established in high altitude. So this first para sport center was aimed at training for athletes. MOU was signed the Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development and the Aditya Foundation. So this was the first high altitude para in the Ladakh. Para sports are the athlete with physical disability. Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council was government body responsible for promoting development of Ladakh, including the para sport. Aditya Mehta Foundation, it is non-profit focus on the empowering para athlete. 2020 Paralympic International Multi-Sports Para Athlete for the achieved significant success, 29 medal. Who has appointed a chairman of the Interstate Council Standing Committee? Home Minister Amit Shah. So Union Minister Amit Shah been appointed chairman of the standing committee. He can create the president if it is deemed to public interest. Interstate council body, that is created by the president if it is deemed to be a public interest. So the establishment and recommendation of the interstate council were suggested by the Sarkaria Commission. It will suggest by the Sarkaria Commission created by the president after recommendation of the ministries and for the public interest. It is a body of facilitate coordination central and the state and establish the deemed necessary established when deemed necessary by the President of India. Okay, so Prime Minister is a chairperson, CM as a all members, all states के जो CM होते हैं, and the CM of the Union Territories and having a legislative assembly and not having a legislative assembly, and the governor of the states under the president rule. Jammu and Kashmir members, and now 6 minister cabinet rank will be there, nominated by the Prime Minister. So standing committee was interstate established in the 1996. This continuous consultation and processing matter of the consideration. So that was the Union Home Minister, and 5 cabinet ministers and secretariat called the Interstate Council Secretariat. Secretariat was set up in the 1991, and Government of India, it is also functioning the Secretariat of the Zonal Council. Sarkaria Commission, that was in 1983, reviewed the relation between Union and the state for the Interstate Council. Amit Shah was a Union Home Minister, and that was newly appointed chairman for Interstate Standing Committee. Interstate Council headed by the PM, but the Standing Committee is chaired by the Home Minister. So its Standing Committee will be chaired by the Home Minister, but the Interstate Council, that is chaired by the PM. Next one is, what is the target number of the student that the Kho Federation aim to registered? That is 50 lakh rupees. So the Kho Federation has launched the national wise registration drive, 50 lakh student for the Kho development. That is the 50 lakh drive is Kho Cup. So that was through this digital campaign, and federation has already reached 7,000 cities and 1160 school across. 50 lakh students are connecting. The federation aim to create broad grassroots movement, promote the Kho. So this Kho Federation of the India is also there. 236 Olympic India aspiration to include the Kho in the Olympic for visit the sports globally, and World Cup will feature the team as a including the Argentina, marking as a historical step for the sport. Whereas the IAF C-29 full motion simulator inaugurated as Air Force of the Station Agra. So the Air Marshal Ashutosh Dikshit inaugurated the IAF C-295 full motion simulator. It is a simulator, and that is in the Agra Air Force Station of Agra, and pilot undertake a significant portion of the training, simulate various mission and the para dropping medical evacuation. So this is all about. Now next is a medium transport that will enhance the India's Air Force capabilities and state-of-art simulation designed to replicate the real-world flying and promote the self-reliance Atmanirbhar Bharat. Veteran and Bengali actor Manoj Mitra has recently passed away. That was from the West Bengal. So Manoj Mitra was the West Bengali actor, playwright, and the director, and passed away in the Kolkata age of the 80. He was received several prestigious awards: Asiatic Society Gold Medal, Sangeet Natak Akademi, and Best Writing. Now next is Satyajit Ray, that was a legendary filmmaker of the Bengali cinema, whom Manoj Mitra worked significantly. Deebandhu Puruskar, that was given to the individual for excellence in the Bengali and the West Bengal state of India. Manoj Mitra was spent most of the life for the Bengali theatre. Who won the Coach of the Year World? That was a Suma Shirur. So Suma Shirur was the Coach of the Year and Coach of the Year award for the India sports honor. She was the first Indian woman reached to the Olympic final, guided India's shooting team for the Olympic. Now next one is Indian sport honor Lakshya Shooting Club. Avni Lekhra was this athlete coached by Suma, who won the multiple para-Olympic gold medals. And Lakshya Shooting Club, that was founded national level shooter, nurturing the next generation shooting talent. An Indian sport honor, that was a term for across various sport category. Now, who won the gold medal in the 10 air rifle men's team of the FISU World University Championship? Uma Mahesh. So Uma Mahesh, 20-year of the shooter, won the gold medal in the air rifle men and the FISU World University, and Uma Mahesh was previously World Cup gold medalist in Asiatic Championship. So now next is, who is the appointed new face of Madhya Pradesh tourism? That is Pankaj Tripathi. So Pankaj Tripathi is appointed the Madhya Pradesh tourism and new face as a Madhya Pradesh is the capital of Bhopal, and it is capital it is Bhopal, and its state is for a rich cultural heritage. Madhya Pradesh capital Bhopal, governor is the Mangubai Patel, and the chief minister is the Mohan Yadav, Mangubai Mohan Yadav, and before that was a part of the central bearer. And now there was a 55 districts are there. State bird is flycatcher, and state fish is massive. It says state flower is white lily. Fruit is mango. That's good. Mango is the fruit of the Madhya Pradesh, and the mammal is the Barasingha, and the tree is banyan tree. Which organization call a digital of financial education as a modern approach? That is IEFP, NASAR and BSc. So NCAER and BSc, all of three. So these are the jointly organized the workshop for revolutionary impact of digital technology financial sector, jointly organized by the IPEF, NCAER and BSc to explore the role of digital technology, financial literacy, focus on the opportunity for challenges, and that was the Investor Education and Protection Fund and National Council for Applied Economical Center, Bombay Stock Exchange, and the Digital Finance Education. Now, next is recently the letter of the intent to host the 236 Olympics in India's is the that headquarter of the Indian Olympic Association, that is New Delhi. So the headquarter of the India's Olympic Association, that is New Delhi, and Olympic Association or the Indian Olympic Committee is the body responsible for the games and international athlete meets managing the events. Indian Commonwealth Games Association responsible for the represent the India's Commonwealth Games. Currently president is PT Usha. So Indian Olympic Association की जो president है, my mother name is also Usha, so she is the PT Usha. Okay, PT Usha. Now, Anil Pradhan is 28-year-old social worker from the Odisha, won the third Rohini Nayar Prize for his outstanding contribution to the rural development. So that was the Rohini Nayar Foundation of Memory. Eminent economists include the case prize 10 lakh rupees and education for rural development. Pradhan was innovative engineer and educationalist, and that was first university rocket team, chief designer of the rocket team. Recently, new term Proba-3 solar observatory satellite. It is European Union mission which is partnered with the India focus on the observing the solar corona. So this is for the solar corona. So this India set to the launch the Proba-3 solar observatory. It was satellite joint mission for the EU, especially for the aim the observing solar corona and solar research importance. Indian space collaboration with EU and ISRO mission, that is the capability contribute to cost effectivity and advanced space science. The Union Cabinet approved the PM Vidya Lakshmi scheme for the middle class student. So this PM Vidya Lakshmi providing the education loan to the middle class for the 3% interest subvention, 8 lakh rupees loan, and that is the eligible student can receive the collateral free, guarantee free loans for the PM Vidya Lakshmi, and that was aimed to provide financial assistance for the higher education. Now, where is the fifth edition of the India's Vietnam Joint Military VBEX, that was in Ambala. So VBEX 224 is the India and Vietnam, particularly developing the medical team UN peacekeeping operations under the chapter of UN Charter. Vietnam and India both are it is fifth edition of bilateral army exercise. Now next one is who is the following elected Botswana sixth president, that was Duma Boko. So Duma and Boko, much Boko, that's Duma Boko. Okay, so that was the announcement of Chief Justice Terence announcement on the national television. 61 members of National Assembly, 609 councillors has already secured 34 seats in National Assembly. Duma Boko, the president candidate from the umbrella for democratic change, and has been declared as the sixth president of Botswana. Now next is at the World Soft Tennis Championship in the China, which country athlete won the silver medal, that was the India. So under 21 women individual singles, that was the India is the won the silver medal. So Tanushri Pandey of India won the silver for the World Soft Tennis Championship in the Jingshan, China. So which is the following recently won title for the men's single mixed double WTT feeder Caracas, that was the Harmeet Desai. So partnership of the achieved the remarkable success in WTT feeder Caracas, Venezuela, winning both the men and single and mixed double title for showcasing the exceptional skill on the international table tennis. That was Harmeet Desai. Now next is, where does the India's rank AI preparedness index? That was 72. So the Singapore ranked first in the AI preparedness index, and as a Singapore, then Denmark, then United States, then Netherlands, Estonia, Finland. India rank is 72 in the AI index. Okay, so India is ranked 72 and 449, trailing behind the several advanced economic neighboring countries rank, including the China that was 31 and Sri Lanka 92 and China that was 31 and Bangladesh 113. So we are good situation as per we are seeing the neighboring. What are the theme of the third Mahasagar virtual interaction? Admiral Dinesh Kumar Tripathi, training cooperation to mitigate the common maritime security challenges. So that was Admiral Dinesh Kumar Tripathi led the third Mahasagar virtual interaction. Theme was focused training cooperation address the maritime security challenges. Okay, so this all about the